Right, now let's be real to kick us off. Video creators are about to split into two. On one side, the ones stuck selling video files, right? And then on the other side, the ones building infrastructure inside brands, so action invoking, branded content is getting distributed at volume. So the audience is digesting the brand consistently and trust's getting built with them more and more. Now, guess which side gets paid more. So this video isn't just about AI, it's about why the next wave of premium video creatives aren't content creators. They're strategic partners, right? The place the mid-tier video agencies take up in the market is getting taken over more and more by solo video creatives who are competent in video strategy. And now there's one thing you're not going to be able to survive without, and that is an AI brand voice agent. And this is what part 3 of our 8-part series on future-proofing your video business is all about. So most videographers think they're hired just to make things look nice, but companies don't care about nice. They care about the brand message being delivered creatively. They care about consistency and they care about speed to market, and they care about not getting stuck rewriting scripts for the 50th time because no one knows how the brand should sound. And right now, marketing teams are stretched, right? Or if not the marketing team, a social media manager. And if not them, sometimes even the business owner. They're trying to post daily across 5 platforms and every department and every post sounds different. And it's just fucking mayhem. Look at what's happening. Brands like Coca-Cola, Klarna, Louis Vuitton, New York Times aren't just automating workflows, they're automating entire layers of creative ops. They're not building teams anymore, they're building AI machines that help streamline this. They're all reported to be using AI voice agents. And what does that tell you? It means they're not looking to hire more people, they're looking to build systems that work harder than people. And if you're a video creative who can walk into a business and say, we're not just making content, we're installing a system that knows your voice better than your team does, you're going to become essential. And this is part of the way you future-proof your business, right? And that's something I went over in part 1 if you haven't already seen it. So this is the turning point, and amongst all the confusion and the overwhelm about AI, this is the deciphered, correct AI path to take if you're a video creative who wants to have long-term deals with clients who need that growth. You do all the human-led work. You decipher what the brand actually is and who they're serving and how they're communicating. All the stuff only you can do as a human. Then you feed the AI agent absolutely everything. This AI strategy just computes all of that information into a solid on-brand roadmap and shaves off heaps of time for everything. So you're not just the person behind the camera anymore, right? You're the strategist who's taken over these mid-tier video agencies. That's already been happening, but now you're building a custom-built GPT that's been fed their tone, their quirks, their beliefs, their IP, and that's going to be the biggest difference between a freelancer and a strategic growth partner. What you got to remember is AI is not here to replace you, only the ones who don't keep up. And that's why I say keep up all the time in this content, because if you don't, you're out. It's here to scale the human bits that make you and your clients magnetic. Voice, story, perspective, positioning. AI is the engine and you are the map. And without both, it's going nowhere. So you're probably wondering, what the fuck's a brand voice agent? So we all know how good ChatGPT is, and we know the better we prompt it, the better it's going to perform. So a voice agent is a well-informed GPT that you've trained using your client's past content, like sales calls, transcripts, ads, email flows, old blog posts, everything they forgot they ever wrote. And then once it's trained, it becomes a living asset, one that helps you and them ideate every month at speed without going off brand. So it's like having their marketing brain bottled. But don't get this twisted, right? This is only going to work if the strategy's tight. AI can replicate a voice, but it can't find it. That is your job, and that's what's different about the one that I've designed. So what's truly generated our creatives 8 figures is actually leaning into brand when planning content. Our brand strategy playbook is used on enormous brands for global ad campaigns that has been shared within our network and put to tremendously good use for videographers with their smaller clients. This works across the board for Nike and for your local construction company. Does not matter, okay? So as well as backlogged information, you can also input essential brand details about your client's brand into the agent. In-depth audience details, in-depth mission and values details, in-depth brand voice guidelines. So with all these details loaded into the GPT, you're essentially building them the biggest brand weapon imaginable. Now, the voice agent is an essential part of our program that the 4 creatives have of course got access to, but I've made it available to anyone just for a limited time. And that's not an urgency tactic. This is genuinely a limited time. Just won't find something like this anywhere else right now, okay? And the link to get your hands on this is in the description. So what's going to happen if you don't adapt, right? If you're still relying on clients to feed you ideas, I'm sorry to say you're already behind, because someone else is building a system that'll replace that need entirely. So most video creatives are still trying to land just regular retainers, but the smart ones are building assets inside businesses that justify that retainer, and they can charge more for that retainer. So the short version of it is, brands don't need more content, okay? They need more alignment, and they need more speed, more clarity on how they show up. And if you can give them that, you won't just be their video creative. You'll be the system that holds the entire voice of the brand together. That's irreplaceable. So stick around for part 4 next up, where we go over brand positioning.